Flex and Fresh, Goat Cleanse Apocalypse. Episode 8, The Bleatning. There wasn't a mess in the world they couldn't clean. But this time, the goats were personal. Tony parked the Flex and Fresh van in front of Whispering Pines Petting Zoo and Cursed Curio Emporium, killing the engine with a flex so hard the dashboard whistled. He stepped out, mop slung over his back like a legendary greatsword. He wore ripped black jeans, boots that had seen 4 exorcisms, and a muscle tank that read, Bleach Mode, Urban Farm Edition. Jesse stepped out after him, brushing hay off his golden tracksuit like it had disrespected his aura. His high tops were spotless, his teeth sparkled, and his hair, sculpted like a Roman statue but shinier. "This place smells like fermented drama and haunted hummus," Jesse said, grimacing. A sign swung overhead, "Welcome to Whispering Pines. We've never lost a child twice." From behind the fence came the sound of cloven hooves tap-dancing on concrete, angry bleating, and an ominous whisper, "Ma." Tony sniffed the air. That's not a goat. That's evil in a wool coat. Just then, the zoo owner, Ms. Belinda Tartar, 70s, eyes like expired milk, hair like static, burst through the gate. "Thank you for coming," she yelled. "They started headbutting mirrors and quoting Nietzsche." Tony stepped forward, arms flexing unintentionally. "How many?" Ms. Tartar looked up with glassy eyes. "All of them. And they've unionized." Suddenly, a goat slammed against the enclosure fence, snarling and foaming, its eyes glowing red, its fur braided into runes. It bleated once and set a scarecrow on fire with sheer hatred. Jesse gasped. "They're conjuring dark energy through barnyard chic?" Tony unholstered a dual sprayer pack from the van, strapped it on, and locked eyes with Jesse. "We go in quiet. We come out cleansed." Inside the gates, all was chaos. The llamas were doing body shots of holy water. A ferret was breakdancing in the middle of a summoning circle, and a gang of demonic goats in black cloaks were circling an old radio chanting backwards Beastie Boys. "Tony," Jesse whispered, ducking behind a bale of hay. "I think they're opening a portal to a dimension where clogs are mandatory." One goat turned its head. It had lipstick smeared in a perfect smile, a pentagram on its butt, and an aura that screamed, "I eat laundry baskets for breakfast." Jesse stood slowly, comb in hand, and began rapping. "Yo, goats of gloom, your wool ain't slick. I mop darker than your old broomstick. I got the drip, got the gloss, got that shine on deck. You got horns, but I got neck. Respect." One goat bleated so hard it exploded into a cloud of glitter and unresolved trauma. Tony waded into the fray like a bleach tsunami. "Get behind me, Jesse. I smell a goat leader." From the petting barn came a slow clop, clop, clop. Then it appeared. Beelzebub, the Goat King, 8 feet tall, horns carved with ancient graffiti, its beard braided into a middle finger, and it was wearing a cape made of shredded yoga mats. It spoke in 3 voices at once. "I am the unbleached, the churned, the flock of filth." Jesse raised one eyebrow. "You look like a Hot Topic exploded at a petting zoo." Tony growled, "You're overdue for a trim." Beelzebub snorted toxic hay and charged. The ground cracked. Jesse flipped out of the way, hurling a cleaning bomb made of eucalyptus, lavender, and pure vibe. The blast knocked 2 lesser goats into enlightenment. Tony met the Goat King head-on, mop spinning like a divine tornado. Clash! Steel met hoof. Bleach met bile. Goat eyes rolled back. Tony shouted, "You want clean? I'll give you sparkling." Beelzebub tried to hypnotize him with a 1,000-yard stare and goat poetry. Tony headbutted him. The sky hiccuped. Jesse, seeing his moment, leapt into the air, spun twice, shouted, "Cleansequake, Goat Edition," and sprayed his custom conditioner in a perfect arc. Time froze. The air shimmered. A celestial choir of vacuum cleaners sang, and Beelzebub evaporated into a puff of lemon-scented forgiveness. The goats were back to normal, docile, grass-chewing, and emotionally stable. Ms. Tartar offered them a free T-shirt and 2 gallons of farm-fresh milk. Tony declined. Jesse took the shirt, tied it around his waist like a fashion belt. As they walked back to the van, Tony sighed. Goats, man. Jesse nodded. Little bearded devils, but no match for the shine. Their phone buzzed. Next job. Possessed Pilates studio. Tony winced. More yoga mats. Jesse was already adjusting his sunglasses, hair untouched despite battle. He turned to the rearview mirror, winked, and whispered, "Stay silky, baby." The Flex and Fresh van peeled off into the sunset, bleach streaks glowing in their wake.